All right, let's talk about force of friction on inclined plane. Now, this is for challenge physics 11 students or honors and physics 12 students. All right, here's a diagram we have for the incline. I know that you know this already, but if you don't, basically this is the free body diagram on an inclined plane when an object is sitting there horizontal, laying on this inclined plane that is shown by this triangle with an angle theta from the base. And it turns out that when you resolve the component of the weight, which is mg, you get the horizontal component and the vertical component, or the parallel force to the plane, which is mg sine theta. And the next one is the perpendicular force, which is the normal force, by the way. I drew a dotted line here that to show, which is basically Fn, and that is mg cos theta. So remember, Fn and F perpendicular, they're the same. Okay? And when it comes to force of friction, remember the force of friction is been calculated with using the normal force. That's the only one. Okay, so these are the things that we're going to use, concept covered in this lesson. Go through it, resolving gravity into components, which we have done. We did do mg sine theta and mg cos theta based on this diagram I put up here. I took this a small triangle right there and I just blew it up and put it here for simplicity's sake in case you've forgotten it. And then of course normal force on a ramp, and then friction direction depends on motion tendency using Newton's second laws on the inclined plane. All right, let's go through the first question. There are 3 questions that I will do, and let's start with the first one. We've got a 10 kg block slides down at 30-degree incline with no friction. Find the acceleration of the box. Okay, so let's draw the free body diagram. So here it is, the free body diagram, and we're just going to write down the components of it. We're going to calculate the parallel force and the perpendicular force, and I'm going to write it up. So remember that the blue mg sine theta right here, that is your parallel force to the plane, and the perpendicular force to the plane, which is Fn, well, that's the same thing. And then we're just going to put the numbers in and we're going to calculate. Okay. So here it is, when you plug in the values, you get 49.0 Newton, and that is F parallel. Now, it says that it has no friction. That means FF, that's 0. So we have no friction. That means now we can just use the Newton's second law. F is equal to ma. And in this case, we have 49.0 Newton is equal to 10 kg times the acceleration. And acceleration of the system is just force divided by my mass. And that's 10, that's equal to 4.9 meters per second squared. And that's simple as that. We don't have to calculate the perpendicular force, which is the normal force in here, because there is no friction force to calculate. But if there was, then we do have to go ahead and calculate the perpendicular force, which is the normal force after calculation, and then multiply it by the coefficient of friction. All right, let's look at the second question. So here it is. This is the incline with friction now. So that's what we got to do now. We got to do the not only the horizontal, but also the perpendicular force, which is a normal force. Okay, 15 kg block slides down 25-degree incline. Coefficient of kinetic friction, of course, is moving. A is 0.3. Find the acceleration of the system. Okay, let's draw the free body diagram. So here it is. We have this free body diagram, pretty much the same as before. Now we're going to go and do the components of the weight, which is the horizontal and vertical. Let's do that. So here it is for the perpendicular force. We plug in all the values and we get, it's right here, the mg cos theta, and then we get 33.2 newtons. We're going to do the same thing for the mg sine theta, and we're going to find out the parallel force, and you get 62.2 newtons after plugging all the values for mg sine theta. Excellent. Now, because this has a kinetic friction, so now we need to calculate the kinetic friction given the coefficient of kinetic friction. So let's go ahead and do that. And remember that the Fk, let's go force of kinetic friction, is equal to mu k times F normal. Okay, and here we go. We got 0.30 and multiplied by F normal. And F normal, we just calculate. That's F perpendicular right there. That's what that is. That's 133.2 Newton. When you multiply them together, you'll get 39.96 Newton. That's your force of kinetic friction. Now, because this force of kinetic friction is opposing mg sine theta, that's the parallel force on the plane, on an inclined plane, now we need to find the net force. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll get approximately, so I just changed it 39.96 to closest and rounded up to 40 Newton. So this would be 22.2 Newton. Okay, so this is your net force. Now that we have this, we're going to use F is equal to ma, Newton's second law, and then we want to find the acceleration of the system, which is F is divided by m. Let's plug numbers in. For that would be 22.2 Newton divided by the mass, which is 15 kg. And the answer will be 1.48 meters per second squared. Now, be careful with this question. You have to use the F perpendicular, which is equal to the normal force in calculation for force of friction. You cannot use the parallel force. Obviously, you know this, but if you don't, remember that the formula for the force of friction is the coefficient of friction times the normal force. And the normal force in the inclined plane is the perpendicular force to the plane. Okay, so make sure that you know this. All right, let's look at the third question. This question is, we want to know if the block slides down or not. Okay, a static friction check. So the 25 kg block rests on a 20-degree incline. Coefficient of static friction is 0.40. Does it slide? All right, now I'm going to, again, draw the free body diagram and set up the components. So here it is, and when you do the math and this one after plugging the numbers, you get 230.5 newtons for the normal force, which is the perpendicular force. We're going to do the same thing for mg sine theta, the horizontal component of the weight. Here's the parallel force to the plane. All right, so here it is. We got 83.8. Now the question is a static friction we're dealing with, right? So what is the force of a static friction? Let's calculate that. So force of a static friction is the coefficient of static friction times Fn. Now remember that Fn was F perpendicular, okay? So let's plug in the numbers. We have 0.40 is the coefficient of the static friction, perpendicular is 230.5 Newton, and then you get the answer 92.2 Newton. Okay, very nice. Now we're going to compare this value and this value. Okay, so if you look at the diagram, all right, the force of friction, static friction, is holding this, either is holding it down or not, depending on what the force of friction is or what the parallel force is. So if it is, it's going to slide down. If it is not, it's less than FF, then it's going to be stopping or staying still, stationary. Okay, so it's not moving. So let's look at it. We have F parallel. We have the F parallel 83.8. We have the force of static friction is 92.2. That is the maximum force, by the way, maximum force that is allowed. So you can see that F parallel is smaller than the force of static friction. That means, of course, 83.8 is less than 92.2. So that makes sense. That means the block is not moving, does not slide down. Okay, it just stays still. All right, so that is the end of this lesson. 3 questions. Make sure you go back and check each one of out again, take the notes, And don't forget to check out the mini quiz in the description or a pinned comment below. And stay tuned for the next video lessons on this same series. This was more challenging for Physics 11 students, of course, or you can use this for sure for Physics 12. Okay, until next time.